Kia ora whānau, back again for another episode, shooting at out of Propel Fitness, the gym, my gym.
Oosh, kia ora.
Kia ora
What
team.
it is.
Today we're going to go over a few different topics. We'll maybe kick it off, we'll kickstart with a bit of
Sauna action?
sauna action. Yeah, go on, cool. Sauna action segues nicely into our heat shock therapies. So the sauna, like regular access to the sauna is a pretty awesome thing. I personally sauna probably once every 3 weeks if I'm being realistic. I'd like to do it more. I try, we can use it as for our general well-being, just for relaxation of the body, of the muscles. It's great for the cardiovascular system, our heart and lungs, for the breathing and the challenge you can impose there.
Overall longevity.
Absolutely.
You see in all the, I guess, like countries such as Sweden, Switzerland, any kind of Baltic area, they've got a lot of saunas and they're all living for way longer. It seems like they've got a healthier, happier lifestyle in general as well.
Yeah. Interesting about the old, I mean, you boys may know more about this than me, but the sauna's been a regular fixture of...
You only can make it funny, mate. Every time you like you sip at the same time. Okay,
Maybe next one, eh? Alright. But
I just everyone was like,
okay. Thank you, Fraser.
We're cascading.
Cascading coffee consumption.
Anyway, back on topic. Killing my train, bro. Far out. Eastern Europe and the Nordics have been using saunas for debatably thousands of years, I would say, as part of their hygiene practices, their well-being practices. It's part of their culture. But even something that many of us may not know here, some of you will know, but even Māori have a steam room variation that has been part of their culture. So when I was living in Tauranga, I used to go and visit the Tūhoe Valley area, and I'd go and stay with my auntie Gina Kepa.
It's like a South Hungy.
Pardon?
It's like a South
well, I think it was part of our. I really think it was part of our Oroa practices for well-being. I really think it was, but there was like a steam room in which they would just have heated stones, so fire to heat the stones, and then water on the stones. So it wasn't as intense as maybe some of the like Western and Northern European variations I've tried. But when I was talking to my auntie, she said that this is a practice that has gone on for some time, as and it makes sense. I mean, it was interesting, but I could see how it could be used as Polynesian people coming to New Zealand. The winters would be notably colder, and it would be a really cool practice. But anyway, there's a little health centre in Tauniatua that my auntie Gina is part of, and she helps run, and they have a little sauna there, and that's how they do it, which was really cool. Yeah.
I like to think of it from an evolutionary perspective, and how when we didn't have houses and heat pumps and all the the lovely things of modern society, your body would be getting exposed to end range temperatures, really hot, really cold.
Correct. Yeah.
So I feel like it's almost a biological imperative. It's going to help our biology.
Absolutely.
Getting used to
It's an adaptation.
getting to 40 degrees,
It's an adaptation. It's a physical adaptation, and we know that adaptations help us get stronger.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just another version of that eustress, or giving yourself something that's going to push you to a point where you find
It's a good stress. That's right.
good
Physiological stress.
Find those new end limits so then you can adapt to them.
Another interesting point, Ari, like how we adapt to heat, cold temperatures. Famously, when the Europeans or the Pākehās were first connecting with some of the northern Native Americans, the tribes there, so they have Thanksgiving, right? So in the northern Americas, in that Thanksgiving time, it's cold. And when the meetings, there are famous portraits and writings suggesting that during the meetings out in the snow, the Native Americans were wearing very little. We're talking like loincloths, minimal coverings, and they just adapted They adapted to the cold. Now we know in northern, the further north we go, the coverings, you know, skins and whatnot, but you know, indigenous tribes and people living, you know, in that connection with nature have kind of adapted to the climates, you know.
Yeah. Especially in the tribes, you'd imagine, eh?
Absolutely, absolutely. We also even in parts of Russia, you know, they expose children to the cold to help with the immunity.
Yeah.
But those are extreme climates. They need to be adapted to those environments.
They get used to it. Survival of the fittest.
That's right. So you know, and that leads us to like all the stuff coming out about you know, exposing ourselves to things like the heat for the well-being. Not only does it open up our pores and it can pull out and draw out a lot of moisture, we can rehydrate and replenish, but you know
it helps muscle protein synthesis.
Absolutely.
It helps your cardiovascular because you're,
right.
you know, you're trying to figure out how to maintain a normal body temperature.
Yeah. And for me, it's the muscle relaxant effect that I really love, because you train all week and everything can get sore and tight, and damn straight, and I feel my muscles are just physically more relaxed, and that is the best benefit I get.
Good chance to recover afterwards.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Feel it in the fascia as well. Full body fascial relaxation.
For those people training, if you I think it was if you go in to a sauna 20 minutes after a resistance training or weight resistance training, you can increase your growth hormone quite significantly.
There was a study I came over recently that found optimal results around an hour.
Okay.
But they haven't done time. You know, they've only done controlled times post training. But it is definitely post. It's right away. It's been shown to be not good. Right. It's that marginal, the recovery, a brief bout to recover and then re-entering has been good.
Maybe the 20 minutes is the point where it becomes beneficial.
True.
Training. Maybe an hour could be
optimal.
Yeah.
I feel like after you've been in the sauna for half an hour, that's when it starts to get like tough. You know, you actually start like, okay, I'm not comfortable.
The challenging,
I'm adapting.
The challenging thing for people who have access to saunas in their fitness facilities is entering the sauna directly after training has been shown to not be optimal for protein synthesis and recovery. That little break is crucial. Kia ora, all good, all done?
Yeah.
Very good. We'll talk more on the subject later, whānau. I'll come and sort this one out.